Hello and welcome to this video for Excel Chapter 4 Hands-On Exercise Number 1. You're going to be turning to page 604 in your textbook, 604, and I'm going to read the information while you're turning there. We are working on large data sets. You want to review the large data set that shows the March 2018 transactions for the Reed Futures Furniture Store. You will view the data and adjust some page setup options so that you can print necessary labels on each page. And so the focus of this chapter is in large data sets. We've been looking at small ones, so it's only been a few columns, only been a few rows. You can easily see it on one screen view. And you can see here for this one, there's a lot of information. And when you're working with Excel, there's a lot of times where you may work with something smaller, but most of the time it's going to be something that's bigger than just that one page that you're looking at. And so this chapter is going to be helping you in working with that kind of information and that size of information. So we do need to open up this file, Excel Chapter 4 Hands-On Exercise Number 1, Read, and I'm going to save it. So File, Save As, Browse, and I'm choosing to save it to the folder that I need to. For you, it's your flash drive. For me, it's a different folder. And of course, we're adding underscore, your last name, and first name. So I'm going to push Enter. Then it says B, push page down 4 times to scroll through the data set. So I'm going to do that. So I actually only had to push it like twice. And then it says, before I start scrolling, it says push Control Home to go back to the top. So it's just the idea of you're looking through, we've got a lot of information here in this worksheet. Then it says Step C, we're going to click the View tab, and it says we need to click Freeze Panes. Freeze Panes over here. Then it says freeze, we're supposed to choose freeze top row, and you'll notice it says keep the top row visible while scrolling through the rest of the worksheet. That's a nice reason why we use freeze panes, so that way when we're looking at large sets of data, we may forget what the specific column or row is for, where now when I freeze it, and it tells us here in the next step, push page down, you can see my first row stays up there. I can see it's for Reed Furniture Store. So I did that. Then I'm going to click it again, and I'm going to choose to I'm going to click Freeze Panes again, and I'm going to choose to unfreeze them. And that says Step F, click cell B6. So I'm going to hold on Control, push Home to go back to the top if I'm not already there. And then again, we're choosing Freeze Panes, and this time, I'm choosing B6. So this is column B, going down to B6 right here. So KRM is B6. So the cell below the row and one column to the right of what I want to freeze. So really I want to freeze A5, but I'm doing one column over and one row below that in order to select it. So I click in B6, then I'm going to click on Freeze Panes, and then I'm going to choose Freeze Panes again. And you're going to see a vertical line. Do you see how that's in there now? We have a vertical line going straight up, and we also have this horizontal line going across, showing what we froze. Then it says press Control G. So I'm holding down Control, pushing G. You can see Go To comes up. This is a great option for you to go to something specific. And it says go to Q112. I'm going to click OK, and it's going to go to Q112. And you'll notice that this information is still displayed up here because we froze that row by clicking one column over to the right and then one row down of what we wanted to freeze. Alright, now we can save the workbook. And then I turn here to the next page. Step number 2, display and change page breaks. So I'm going to do that, pressing Control and Home. So I do that. Move to cell B6. I'm already there. The first cell in the unfrozen area. Click the View tab. So I'm already on the View tab, and it says to click Page Break Preview. So over here, page break preview. By doing this, it shows me what information is going to go on what page. You'll notice top left corner is page 1, bottom left corner is page 2, then, or excuse me, even further down, page 3, and then it goes up here to page 4, page 5, and page 6. So the idea being it starts in the top left and it goes down the left side and then switches to the top right and goes down the right side when you number the pages and also when you print. Then it says step B, scroll down until you see row 44 below the frozen column. So labels. So I'm gonna go down to 44. I need to go up one. There we go. So you can see here it is, row 44. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. Then step C says click cell A45. So I'm clicking up here, cell A45. It's the 2018 037. Then it says step D, click page layout tab. So up here, page layout tab. And then I'm choosing to click breaks right here, breaks in the page setup group. And then I'm clicking insert page break. I've inserted the page break there, so now you can see it shows up with the blue lines. So this can be useful if you want to divide up the information for how it prints. It says to save our workbook, which is a great idea, especially in Excel. It sometimes like to mess up. Alright, step 3 on the next page, we need to set and clear a print area. So I'm going to select the range E5 and J15. So E5, J15. So I'm going to go to the top, E5 through J15. So this information right here. Then I'm going to click the page layout tab. I'm already there. And I'm going to choose print area. Sometimes you don't want to print the whole Excel worksheet, and so you can select a section and then set the print area, so when you go to print, it's only going to print this information. So you can see it comes up as page number 1. Step C, it says click cell E5, so date, and then it says click the scale arrow down 4 times. So up here, my scale to fit group, and scale, it says click it 4 times to display 80% in the scale fit group. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it went down 5% each time. Then step D, it says hold down Control and push P, which is of course print, and you can see it only has this information selected. And then I can press Escape to leave that print preview area, so to speak. Then it says step E, click print area. So up here, page setup group, print area, and then of course clear print area. So this is just us practicing it, and I'm going to be looking to see did you follow those instructions for that. So that's step number 3. We just have step number 4, and then we're going to be finished. Step A, click print titles in the page setup group. So right up here, print titles. Step B, click collapse dialog box on the right side of the rows to repeat at top box. So over here, rows to repeat at top box. So I'm clicking this collapse box button to the right of that. Then step C, click the row 5 heading. So row 5, I'm clicking on the number, that's the row 5 heading, and I'm clicking expand dialog box. So over here, I go over here to this, expand it. Then step D, I'm going to click in columns to repeat at left box. Over here, columns to repeat at left box, I'm clicking in there. I'm typing A:B. So columns A through B are selected now. Then I'm going to click the over then done page order. So right down, or oh, excuse me, over then down. So page order group down here, over then down, because we're switching up the order here. And then it says click print preview. So I click on print preview, and it's changed the order of the pages. So it says in step E to click next page, and click next page until the 6th page displays. So it's switched around the order that's going to print it. Step F, click the back arrow, and then of course save the workbook. And that's how you complete this exercise. So it's going to need to look like this. Here I've got that line we added in here. Those are frozen. And then of course you change the order of printing, which I'm going to look to see if you did it correctly. But otherwise, that is how you complete Excel Chapter 4 hands-on exercise number 1.